I want y'all to know I'm in the house getting ready for this debate that I got tonight on Is Jesus the Most High God? And there's so much stuff happening in the news. I just had to come back and I just had to come back and do another show. Like, I'm doing this show because I am completely flabbergasted. We are experiencing a COVID-like pandemic, and the disease is the white man. The white man is the real NBK. NBK stands for natural born unaliver. Of course, I can't say what the K word is. That's the white man. The white man, like I told you, listen, I'm going to play this TikTok video I made. I want y'all to pay attention to this video. I'm going to play this TikTok video. Hold up. I'm going to play this TikTok video because this is utterly amazing. If you think about the past year, think about this year. Donald Trump gets in office. Donald Trump has made black people the enemy. Black people have been made to be the enemy of America. We got to get the National Guard into all of these predominantly black cities because that's where the crime is at. And in 3 weeks, when did Charlie Kirk die? Charlie Kirk was unalive. Charlie Kirk died September 10th. It ain't even been 30 days. Let me see. Let me ask ChatGPT. How many shootings have white people done since Charlie Kirk was shot? Listen, I done fell in love with ChatGPT. It says that said, here's what I found. There's no mainstream mass shootings. If you clarify which kind of shootings, mass shooting. Okay, mass shooting. Let me see. Mass shooting. I had a screenshot of it. No, that's not it. Okay, ChatGPT. I don't know if it's on this phone or another phone or my other phone where it ran down the list. Let me see if I got it on here. Let me see. Is this it? Nope, that ain't it. Oh, it might be on my other phone. If it's on my other phone, I'm about to put y'all on hold for 1 second. Because when I say since that white man, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. So I don't want to go too far away. But you got Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. That same day, a 16-year-old kid shot up a school. Like 2 or 3 days later, the white guy shoots 3 police officers. 2 of them dies. Just this past Thursday, white man shoots up Mexicans, talk about he's against ICE, but he just happened to shoot illegals. And then today, what happens today? Let's find out what happens today. Let me look it up. Because for sure, it can't be another white. Oh, wait, I want to play this video first. Let me play this TikTok video first. Let me tell you, this TikTok video sums everything up. Watch this. Hold on. I think I found how we can profile white men, especially white male shooters. I asked ChatGPT, can manifest destiny be a part of DSM? ChatGPT had an interesting breakdown and began to break down how the concept of what became manifest destiny does fit the concepts of the DSM. And the key points: narcissistic disorder, delusions of grandeur, lack of empathy, antisocial, lack of remorse. So I didn't just stop there. What I then did was asked, is manifest destiny a part of today? And ChatGPT had another interesting analogy for it. ChatGPT said manifest destiny is now the great replacement theory. So when you hear people talk about immigrants coming in illegally or illegally, losing jobs, expansion, not having any more births, all of that is the same manifest destiny. So if you want to begin to learn how to profile white men, look up manifest destiny, compare it to the DSM, you're seeing it behind my screen, and do your own research, and then you'll be able to see the signs of how white men have mental disorders, and how when they speak, the Charlie Clerks, the Trumps, and all the other senators know the key words to put in place to trigger or Manchurian candidate white shooters. I think I found how we can profile white men. So now, today, they had a shooting. Listen, the white man shot up a country club. The white man shot up a country club. The white man is the COVID-19. Now, we got to start asking. Listen, they got to start pushing back on Trump. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because the white man won't profile himself. Listen, brothers and sisters, I implore you. You better look up that DSM. You better know how to profile white men so you can live. Because the white man is the real terror. Job, the 18th chapter says, terror shall make them afraid on every side. And what I like about Job 20, when it says when he's at peace in his belly, he won't feel sufficient because of the unaliving that'll take place. He will not feel. Let me see if there's another video. Hold up. Let's get this story. Let me get this story. Shooting in Michigan. Here we go. At least 2 dead and 8 others. Let's get the live update. Let's see what the update. Oh, I hate when I go to New York Times. The police said they believe the gunman also intentionally set fire of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Church building near Flint. The attacker died after exchanging fire with the responding officers. The man crashed his vehicle into the church, killing at least 2 people, wounding 8 others, investigators said. The authorities believe the gunman, who died from exchanging gunfire, intentionally set the fire. The fire barely damaged the church. They call it a 4 or 5 alarm blaze. There ain't nobody more diabolical than the white man. He's so diabolical. You know how they always like to say the greatest trick the devil ever did was making you think he ain't exist? With all this killing that the white man is doing, you still gonna have black people defend and make it seem like we worse than them. You still gonna see it. The white man is the only killer in the news. The only killer. The only killer in the news right now in the past 3 weeks have been white men left and right, left and right, left and right. I can't wait to see what they're going to say is this one. And the reason why that's important to know what they're going to say, I'm going to read to y'all something. When I say this ChatGPT broke this DSM shit down, I'm going to read something to y'all from this ChatGPT. Hold on, where this bitch at? Hold on, I'm going to show y'all something. Let me see if this is it. Hold up, let me see. Hold up, bear with me 1 second, y'all. This is not going to be long because, I got an ass whooping coming at 9 o'clock. I got to beat this dude on his Jesus the Most High God. I want to show y'all something because, hold up. Wait, don't be, hold up. Let me come over here. This might be the one I'm looking for. So I want to tell y'all what they do. Ooh, listen. It says examples of politicians and public figures echoing replacement and invasion rhetoric. When you hear how, when I break this down, this is the rhetoric that they know to put into the Manchurian. That's another key word y'all got to pay attention to. You ever see the movie Manchurian Candidate? Manchurian Candidate was about a movie with Denzel. It was a remix. Denzel was in the new one, and how they programmed him to be able to trigger him to carry out assassinations if necessary. The reason why I say Manchurian with the so-called white man is because these politicians, when Donald Trump said stand back and stand by, that's him knowing what to say to the white people before they stormed January 6th. You know why they blame Trump for that? Because they know Trump knows the keywords. I'm going to read them for you. I'm going to read a couple to you. It says, examples of politicians and public figures echoing replacement invasion rhetoric. Figure and outlet. This says Tucker Carlson, Fox News host. This is the statement behavior that Tucker Carlson said. It said Carlson has repeatedly used replacement framing. Let's just say it. That's true. It's happening. The Democratic Party is trying to replace voters now casting ballots with new people, more obedient voters from the third world. That's what Tucker Carlson is saying. Translation. Why it resonates with replacement logic. He frames demographic change as a deliberate strategy or plan rather than a complex social phenomenon echoing invasion language. Because when white men who already feel like they losing the country hear the word invasion, what does their mind tell them? I got to stop the invasion. I got to stop these invaders from coming inside. How do I stop the invaders? I'm shooting and unaliving everybody that's an opponent of the invaders. So if you're for immigration, you're an invader. If you're for trans, you're an invader. If you're for LGBTQ, you're an invader. If you're pro-abortion, you're an invader. Even if you're their own people, you're an invader. Let's keep going. This says Blake Masters, Senate candidate for Arizona. Masters claimed Democrats hope to just change the demographics of our country. They hope to import an entirely new electorate. You know why he's using import? Because that word is going to make white people think of illegal importers. Translation. He presents demographic change as deliberate and targeted, consistent with replacement theory ideas. So you know why white people are more Republican than Democrat? Because the Republicans, when they talk about Democrats, use key words to make white people not think about what they're saying, but focus on the trigger words. That import, the replacement, all of those words are trigger words. Let's keep going. I did that one. Charlie Kirk, political commentator, activist. Kirk has said the Great Replacement is not a theory, it's a reality. He also refers to immigration as an invasion and suggests that the Democrats aim to diminish white demographics. You cannot tell white people that their demographic is going to decrease, because that's going to make white people say, I have to make sure we increase. Translation, by declaring that replacement is happening now, he frames it as an urgent existential threat, a tactic that echoes shooter narratives. If y'all want this information, I'll give it to you. I didn't put this together. All I asked ChatGPT is manifest destiny. This is what all I asked ChatGPT. The question I asked ChatGPT, damn, I forgot I put this much. I says, after I asked, why does the white man commit mass murder? That's how I started. I said, why did the white man commit mass murder? It says there isn't a single reason why men commit mass shooting, why white men do it, but research points to a mix of social, cultural, individual factors. Here's a breakdown. Demographics and access. Most mass shooters in the U.S. are men across racial groups. Men commit over 90%. Because white men make up a large portion, so that's the overall. Because there's more white men, they'll be proportionally outnumbered. Social position and entitlement. Scholars argue that toxic masculinity and a sense of social entitlement play a role. Some white men may feel that they are losing status. That's the key words that the Republicans put out. Shout out to Solomon McFad with the super chat donation. That's the key words that they put out, that they're losing status. And when they say that, it says this can produce anger, resentment, or the idea that violence is a way to reclaim power or make a statement. Hasn't that been the white man's MO forever? The white man's MO has always been, let me see if I got this video with Jennifer Hyman. Because Jennifer Hyman said this on a radio show the other day. Please, this one I hate that I got two phones. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm going to have to put that one up too. Let me see if I got it on my Instagram. Because Jennifer Hyman, listen, Jennifer Hyman dropped it so heavy when I think I do got it on this. I think I downloaded. Didn't I download it on my TikTok? Hold on. I saw it on TikTok. Hold up. Let me come back up top. Hold up. I could have swore I downloaded this off of TikTok. Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, is this it? Not this one. Not this one. Hold up. I might have it. Damn, I don't. Wait. Let me see this. Yeah, it is. This. You want to understand? Now, just remember, I read off of Chat GPT. It says that they can produce anger or resentment, and the idea that violence is a way to reclaim power or make a statement. Jennifer Hyman dropped this just the other day. Listen to this. This is so heavy.
White people living as a white man is like taking a test with 2,000 questions and there being only one answer to every question. It is the only answer to every problem in a white man's life. If a white man sees that there's a problem in society, his cure, his answer is to... That is his only answer. The white man sees that there's too many people, that, he has to have Medicaid and welfare, and he has to feed people. Instead of him saying, well, let me treat people better, let me give people jobs, let me give out opportunities the same way I would give opportunities to white people, he says, instead, give them abortions. Instead, murder them in the streets. Instead, send the police on them to hunt their every steps so that they can be involved and enveloped and drowned in more cruelty, and eventually that will them.
Listen, what Jennifer Hyman said is the same thing Chat GPT said. The only answer that makes sense to the white man is, I got to unalive them. They'll learn now. They'll listen once I do that. You ain't got to believe me. The white man is unaliving his own because he thinks he's losing the country. The white man is unaliving Charlie Kirk. The white man is unaliving the police. The white man is running into churches, shooting 9 people, and then burning the church down because he believes he's losing the country. And how did this country get established? By them killing. Them killing is how they got this country established. Never let that go. Let that sizzle in your spirit. He not only, listen, we always talk about him slaughtering the Indians, but he had no problem overthrowing his own ships. That Boston Tea Party, that was war against his own to get the country. So if he'll unalive his own to get the country, what you think he'll do to you? He don't give a damn about himself. If himself is in the way of himself, he's going to unalive himself. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to put fear in everybody. You know why they play games? Listen, look this up in Vietnam, in the Vietnam War. You look this up. When the white man used to unalive the Vietnamese in the war, they used to come back and tell stories how they used to skin the Vietnamese alive and string them up. And you know why they did that? Because they wanted them Vietnamese to believe that it was a demon, that they were demons. That's what they wanted them to believe, that they was demons, that they was demonic, that they was Satan, to put the real fear in them. Now, bring it to slavery. There's a book called When I Was a Slave. They used to play a game called the Donkey Devil game. And you know what that consisted of? They would cut the demon, they would take a donkey, skin the donkey, and then get inside of the donkey with the blood and everything on him and chase black people. That's the white man you're dealing with. Don't let that, and y'all get fooled. That's what always tripped me out. Y'all get fooled when he put the coat on, when he put the suit on, when he got the tie on, when he got the clean shaven. Because you don't want to see him in his true element with that beard, looking with that stringy hair, looking diabolical. He don't want you to see him in his full form. But he can't stop killing. We seeing that. If this was black people, like the white man is the current crack of unaliving right now. If this was if this was black people doing this killing, it would be all over the news. We got a problem. We got to go. It'd be martial law in every ghetto USA right now. Just the black neighborhoods. If all this killing was being done by black people. That's why black people, as you watching this white man tear himself up from inside out, it is not your job to get involved. This the one time, like when me and Wack had that back and forth, and Wack said, well, I don't care what they doing, it's about us. When Wack said that, Wack was right about that. Because this is not the time for y'all niggas to be trying to go fix white people, for y'all trying to go defend white people. This is not that time. When the Bible says, gather yourselves, O nation not desired, while they too busy unaliving and fighting and doing all this with each other, this the time when we can go unnoticed. We can do all our business and start doing everything we're supposed to do unnoticed. This is not the time to be caring about that shit. What y'all should be doing is what I'm doing, report. All you doing is reporting. This is a warning. When Romans the 13th chapter says it is high time to wake up out of sleep, the Lord showing you it's high time to wake up by showing you the white man's true nature. And it's such a river that flows through the Bible. It says the son of perdition has to be revealed. The man of sin has to be revealed, that it exalted himself to be everything like the Most High. That's 2 Thessalonians. That's Romans the 13th chapter. Y'all listen, man, when I tell y'all, you bet to get on board. Because if you think it's getting better, Trump already trying to segue into a third term. That's the other play. Remember I said this. The bigger play, Trump wants a third term. Trump wants to break the law and get a third term in office. And if he don't get it, it's going to be pandemonium. It's about to be pandemonium. Pandemonium. I'm going to show y'all some more. Ideology and extremism. A portion of white male mass shooters are motivated by racist, xenophobic, or misogynistic ideology, i.e. the Charleston shooting, El Paso shooting. Online communities sometimes reinforce extremist worldviews which can radicalize disaffected men. That's why I told y'all them trigger words. Them white social media platforms, all of them know what to say to trigger crazy ass white people. They all know what to say. They all know how to hype them up. And before, they used to have cells. Did I share this video? Let me see if I shared this video on my page. Damn, I'm on. I want to keep this going, but I can't keep it going. Let me see. Where I thought I shared this shit. Did I send it to myself? God damn it, man. Hold on. Oh man, I wish I had this video. Did I send it to myself? Let me see if I sent it to myself. Because it used to be where you had to have little cells, little crews, and little groups. Now you just got the internet. Now you got Twitter Spaces. Now you got Clubhouse. Now you got every single place you can go where you can trigger a white man. You could be a bogus cat. You could just be anybody. Let me give you some more examples of the triggering. Hold on. So now, wait, let me scroll down. Hold on. I'm going to read out a couple more of these statements. Here we go. All right, so now I did y'all Charlie Kirk. It says how this rhetoric feeds into extremist shooter narratives. Narrative overlap. Many mass shooters adopt the language of invasion, replacement, or demographic threat in their manifestos. When political figures use the same narrative, even in coded or dog whistle form. You know, the term dog whistle comes from the whistle that when you blow it, you can't hear it, but the dogs can hear it. So they use these words that they know I'm not going to pay attention to. But that white man in that basement with about 1,000 rounds of ammo, oh, he going to pay attention to it. The one that think he losing the country, oh, he going to pay attention to it. I was about to say verse 2. I was about to say verse 2. Second part, normalization of extremist framing. It says when mainstream figures use replacement language, it reduces the barrier between fringe and respectable discourse. What was once an extremist corners begins entering public debate. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Listen, I'm going to say it again. Normalization of extremist framing. When mainstream figures use replacement language, it reduces the barrier between fringe and respectable discourse. Because when they use certain language, when you was an extremist, you notice you don't really hear extremists too much. Because now there's nothing too extreme. Why? Because they've created a place. That's why it says what was once only in extremist corners. The extremist corners is like, you got to have your house, you know, you got the damn Klan logo in the back. You Aryan Nation out. You ain't got to do that no more because you ain't in the corner. It says begins entering public debates, making it easier for individuals radicalized online to believe they are echoing legitimate thinking. Why do they think it's legitimate? Because the person on the internet is saying it. Because Charlie's saying it. Because Laura Loomer's saying it. Because Donald Trump is saying it. Donald Trump made a statement where he said, hold on. Let me see if I can play this. Donald Trump said, Charlie doesn't hate, but I hate. Wait, Donald Trump. Did I put this on my Instagram? Hold on. Let me see if I. As y'all can see, normally I would be organized, so I do apologize for not being organized. But let me see. I didn't even see this story. I forgot about this story. This story was in gun-toting assailant. It says in Southport Police Department arrested and charged a man for a mass shooting Saturday night. Look at that. That's another white man. I forgot about that. Let me see if I got this Trump statement. Hold up. Benjamin Glaze sent this to 20. Nope. Yeah, this one. Here we go.
Have you noticed how
No, not that one. Hold on. Here we go. Listen to this.
Hatred has no place in the United States of America under President Donald Trump.
So now, this white woman says hatred has no place in America under Donald Trump. She's speaking for Donald Trump at the White House. Watch this.
Hatred has no place in the United States of America under President Donald Trump.
I hate my opponent.
See that?
And I don't want the best for them. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them.
Hatred has no place in the...
When Donald Trump says, I hate my opponent, I'm going to go right back to the Chat GPT, what it said. Chat GPT said, they was once, extremist conversations was once in a corner. Now the president of the United States, you ever know, like even sports play, you ever see sports? Let's say sports got the opponent. Let's say, take football. Let's take the Ravens with Ray Lewis versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Two heated rivalries. When they hitting everybody hard as hell. Joey Porter hitting hard. Ray Lewis hitting hard. When the game is over, you don't hear Ray Lewis talking shit like, I hate Joey Porter or nothing like that. You know what? He might say something like, it's a good game or something like that, because they know the position that they in is that while they on the field in the battle, it's war. But when the game is over, you have a certain level of respect because you don't want kids to look at it like I'm supposed to hate my opponent like that. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Now, remember I told y'all when I was interviewing with Sinetta, Donald Trump is the rock star president, like that movie Idiocracy. If you ever saw that movie Idiocracy, that's Donald Trump. Donald Trump, that in the movie Idiocracy, that cat had the weapon. He was shooting the weapon. It was all about sex and fun and all of that shit. That's Donald Trump. And the president of the United States can say, I hate my enemies and I don't want what's the best for them. And he's talking about his own fellow American brothers. He ain't talking about Russia. He ain't talking about the Ukraine. He ain't talking about Africans. He ain't talking about Arabs. He talking about other American citizens. That's the trigger word. Because for the white man that is obsessed with making America great again, which is another trigger word, that's the greatest overall trigger word is MAGA. Make America great again. And so the man that said make America great again said, I hate my enemies. I don't want what's best for them. So the white man in the barrel, the white man in the basement, the white man at the judge, the white man that's the cop, the white man that's everywhere and believes now he can hate and not want what's the best. Why? Because my president said that. That's the trigger words. You better understand this psychological warfare, because you gonna have to listen. You black, to my blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you gonna have to pay attention to these same trigger words. So when you hear that shit around you, you know when you got to gird up and protect yourself. You know when you got to step away. You better start learning how to move around them, especially my Israelite brethren. Because this shit look like it's about to turn up. And you better gird up. Job 40:7 says, gird up thy loins like a man. And this is the time to be like, listen, I love all my generals. And I love them because there's certain things I could say and they mind just pop in my mind. As I said gird up, I'm reminded of General Haas. General Haas, to this day, will call and say, Cap, make sure your head on the swivel. Make sure your head on the swivel. Make sure you're paying attention. You better make sure y'all paying attention out here, Akim and Akwathium. You better make sure. This is not the time to be playing. This is not the time to be playing about this truth. This ain't the time to be playing about the law, statutes, and commandments. This ain't the time to be on the fence about where you're supposed to be. This is the time to pick a side. You either with the Lord or you not. There ain't no, the Lord hate lukewarm. This ain't no, well, I'm going to step over here and step over here. The Lord says, I hate that. I will spew you out. The Lord said, I wish you was hot or cold. Better get hot. Let me see if there's some more I want to bring out on here. I think that's it for now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop that for now. Last story I'm going to get into. My brother, Terence Crawford. I was on Clubhouse. I called him Jamal Crawford. My brother, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, man. This what I hate. This is why I hate the white man. Terence Crawford held at gunpoint during traffic stop. Ohio mayor and police issue statements. So I'm gonna play the video. Let's play the video first. I'm gonna play the video. You're gonna see my face on the video because of course I did some commentary on it. It wasn't even a big commentary I did on it. Where the video at? There we go. All right.
Seatbelt. Step out. Opening the door. You can take mine off right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up. I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I hold my phone? Step out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just got the keys to the city a couple hours earlier. This man just got the keys to the city. Listen, man, Terence Bud Crawford was celebrated during a victory parade in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. I guarantee you, them cops saw that brother getting that parade and said, we're going to fix his ass. We're going to fix him. And later found himself being ordered out of his car at gunpoint during a traffic stop. Video surfaced on social media that showed police speaking to Crawford with a gun drawn as the boxer who is just days removed from his win over Canelo cooperates while stating, "I ain't reaching for no gun." You know the craziest part? He's screaming, "I ain't reaching for no gun," because he doesn't know if that cop is going to shoot him or not. No matter how much money black people got, get pulled over. And you think your life is on the line. He was more afraid of that traffic stop than he was when he was in the ring with Canelo. Because he know the most worst thing that Canelo gonna do might hit him with an uppercut. Might even hit him with a low blow. The worst thing the cop could do is shoot him. Shoot him, and then he ain't here no more. This brother got kids, got a wife, got a family, got his whole life ahead of him. And now because they say he was swerving, he don't drink. Jamal Crawford don't drink. That's your life on the line. That's why listen, man, this ain't even about money. But this is about a wake-up call to always know, no matter what, you'll be a nigga to them. No matter what. No matter what, you're a nigga to white people. You just might be a good nigga. You just might be the nigga like Michael Jordan where you good playing basketball. You might be the nigga that's good like Michael Jackson. But we gonna always make sure you know you a nigga. Hello. Hello.
Hey, Shalom, Cav. Lord Christ.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. What's up, Bob?
Cav, you're going over it right now, and I don't know if you were aware, but Terrence got the key to the city, and he said I could get away with everything for today. And look at that, Cav.
Damn, you got that on video where he said that?
Yeah, because I've been following his parade. His best friend is Mexican, Cav. Fernando Robles. He's a stinger. That's his best friend.
Send me the video. If you can find that video, send me the video of him saying that.
Cav. I'm actually driving right now, but
let me see if I can find it. Wait, hold up. Just tell me what he said again. Hold on, wait, don't say it yet. Terrence.
He's with the mayor.
Wait, don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Terence Crawford says he can get away. He can get away. Hold on.
Sir.
I'm just Googling, I'm just YouTubing it to see if it pops up.
Key to the city, sir, by the mayor, sir.
Wait, hold on, let me see if this is it. Let me see something. I'm gonna play it. I don't know if it'll play while I'm on the phone, but I'm gonna play it when we get off, because that's crazy. For him to say he can get with everything, get away with anything, and then get arrested, that's crazy.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they made him a special build. If you YouTube it, Cap, they're giving him a special build as well. He gets a special modified belt that the city made for him, and then they hand him the key of the city. And you know, he was just joking around, like, you know,
yeah, I know.
Get away with
he's not serious. But I tell you who looked at it like it was. Them goddamn police said, "Oh, this nigga think he above his britches."
Time out of one. I just wanted to let you know about that, Cap.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm going to look for it.
All right, for sure, sir.
All right, no sweat out. Shalom, Lord Christ.
All right, shalom, Lord Christ, sir.
They going to always let you know who you is. It's never going to stop. So I just wanted to run that down to y'all, man. Listen, man, gird up. I'm probably talking about this more. I'll be having class in Jersey City tomorrow, 89 Monticello Avenue, Jersey City, New Jersey, 7 p.m. Jenna Mahame going to be teaching a hell of a class. Also tomorrow in Philadelphia. Listen, Akim, this is not the time to play with the Lord. Whatever offenses, whatever issues, whatever problems, whatever you struggling with, you're going to have to defeat them demons. To you sisters going to have to defeat your demons. You're going to have to defeat your demons. You're going to have to stay with your man. You're going to have to listen to your priest. Stop arguing, bickering, being so emotional. And what I mean by emotional, not that you can't be a woman, but don't be, let me, you know what? I ain't going to use emotional. You know the word, the word of the day for women? Suspicious. You want to know, black women, Hispanic women, you want to know the cure of your demons? Stop being suspicious. you'll kill 85% of the demons you got. If you just stop being suspicious, you know every bitch got a sign about her man cheating. I knew he was cheating, but the bitches ain't got no sign that I'm the problem why he cheating, that I'm the problem why he mad. They don't never have that sign. They don't never have that sign that the man tired, that he hungry, that he might need a hug, might need some love, might need some head, might need some sex, might need a drink. They ain't never got that sign. But they got every suspicious. If women, this ain't the time to keep being suspicious. Sit your ass down and get locked in. Because this shit look like it's going to pick up. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. So with that, Yahweh Shem Shah Brakathum, Yahweh Shema Ala Thumb Bashem Yahweh Shah. What I said was, Yahweh, in the name of Jesus, bless you to the Akim. Yahweh watch over you in the name of Jesus to the sister. Shalom.